Fenty's Big Sister channel. I'm currently rocking a full face of makeup using Makeup by Mario's tips. A lot of the products that I'm wearing were in the goodie bag from the Makeup by Mario Masterclass. Coola took me to go to the Masterclass, which I'm so grateful for. I feel like I learned quite a lot from it, so I wanted to kind of pack it all into one video to show you step by step what he done and the main facts of what he taught us. So I really hope you enjoy this tutorial and let's get into it. Okay, I've got nothing on my face right now, literally so bare. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing that he done was the brows. He went back to the brows like a million times. Can't even tell you. But this is the eye pencil that he used. It was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is the shade dark brown that I've got. And he really likes like a fluffier brow rather than an Instagram kind of brow. So he was obsessed with brushing them up. He said he prefers a pencil just because you get more of a natural look with it. So he prefers using a pencil rather than a pomade. This is the first time I'm using this pencil and so far I'm really liking it. So he takes it really natural at the front here. Oh, I really don't like my brows. Just one thing I don't think I'll ever be happy with. I think I need to pull you down a bit. One sec. Oh, that's too much. I think that's better. Otherwise you're just going to look at the top of my head, which isn't great. What he said is that he likes to do the brows first off just to see like what he's working with and see the frame of the face. But then he always goes back to them, and he did. He kept going back to them so much. Okay, right, I'm gonna leave them for the time being. After he done that, he then took a Shinto 1 all over the eye, which was like a really creamy pigment. He said that he never uses an eye primer because when he started doing makeup, eye primers weren't really a thing. So he doesn't use them, he only uses a foundation or a concealer. So I'm just gonna take this, which is the Fenty Beauty concealer, the Pro Filt'r one, because it looks like the same kind of consistency as what he used. It's not too thick, but it's not too light. It's like got a good creamy consistency to it, and it is quite full coverage. So this is the shade 185. Yeah, this is literally like the consistency that he used. It was quite thick. And then he went round the brow. And then he also went above the brow like this. And then once he like kind of placed the product, he then grabbed the damp beauty blender. I'm just spraying that with my Clinique Moisture Surge and just blended that in. So now we've got like a nice clean surface to work on. So then after he kind of put the base on the eye, he took this. Now this powder he used so much throughout makeup, like he just kept going back to this. It was like, this is like his secret weapon, the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And then set that all. Okay, now the next step was the maddest step. And honestly, I'm a little bit skeptical about it. I don't think that it's probably necessary. I don't know, I'm on the fence about it. Basically, he took a Tom Ford foundation stick in a deeper shade and used it like an eyeshadow. Like, that's really cool if you're just using a cream product, but he did then go on top with shadows and things like that. So I'm not sure if it's necessary, but he did say that he likes using cream products, especially for shoots, because cream looks more like skin rather than powder sitting on top. So I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty matchstick in Truffle, and yeah, he just kind of went into the outer corner, went into the crease. Okay, that does look quite pretty. I think I'm preferring blending this with my fingers than a brush. It's really nice. Like, I would definitely just wear that during the day, to be honest. Oh, I'm doing things wrong already. Okay, so the main thing that he said, he always puts the product on his hand. No matter what he's using, he puts it on his hand first. He kind of works it in a little bit, he warms up the product, and then he takes what's on the brush and applies it. Yeah, okay, so that's where I went wrong with this side, because it was too much product on the eye in one go. So every single product he uses, back of the hand first, and then he can kind of build up the colour. But the next thing we're going to go into is this amazing palette. I'm so excited to have this in my collection. So this is the Anastasia Soft Glam. This was in the goodie bag. I mean, how amazing is this palette? Like, oh my god, I'm in love. The first thing he done is like so backwards to what I normally do. Like I'd always highlight when I finish my makeup, and I think that's what probably most people do. But he just kind of goes with it, and he was like, yeah, no, like, why not? Why can't I put it on first? I'm gonna take the shade Fairy. So we use like a nice light gold. You just pop that on the brow bone straight away. We're all like, what? Why has he done that? He kind of just, if he feels like doing something, he does it. He doesn't do anything in like a set particular order. And then he went in, dampened the brush for this one. Just dampen this little brush. And then he just put a little bit right in the corner here. Not too much, and he did mention that like if your eyes are quite far apart, then you don't want to be doing this because it's going to make them look like even further apart. Okay, I'm going to take the other palette that was in the goodie bag, which is the Morphe one. Let's use this shade right here. And he put it from here, going down from the brow bone, and he said that this is like a really kind of sophisticated thing to do. It makes your makeup look expensive. So where you kind of follow on from the crease. I mean, to me that looks wrong, but we'll see once we've got the rest of the makeup on. It looks okay. Right, now the next thing he done was go onto eyeliners. He spent quite a lot of time on eyeliners. This is the eyeliner that was in the goodie bag. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury, the classic eye powder pencil. So he used this first of all. What he done was put this shade in the waterline. Oh, my eyes feel like super sensitive from hay fever. Is anyone else now suffering with hay fever season? So we're just going to take it slightly under the waterline. And then we're also going to take it slightly over when my eyes stop watering. So he recommended this pencil. He also used a MAC pencil. He also used a Marc Jacobs pencils as well. That's what he like recommended. So I'm just going to take a more detailed brush and smoke that out. What a difference eyeliner makes. I love it. Now we're going to go in with a black. I don't have them other eyeliners, so I'm going to use this one because he does love Rodial. So this is a smoky eye pen. So because it's that kind of smudgy consistency, you can get a smoked out look with it. So he then went on top, like really, really close to the lash line with the black. Again, smoked it out, nice detailed brush. He was like really adamant that he didn't want any gaps in the eyeliner because it's when he said he looks cheap, so he likes it super slick and no gaps between the lashes to the eyelid. Right, okay, now we're going on to the lashes. Eyelash curler is what he recommended. He always curls the eyelashes. I swear by eyelash curlers, like the difference it makes is unbelievable. So I always do like 2 curls, like one at the root and then one towards the end to curl them up. This is the MAC. Mascara he said he loved was a really old school L'Oreal one, but that wasn't in the goodie bag, it was this mascara. So I'm a bit confused why, because he didn't mention this mascara, but as it was in the goodie bag, I am going to use it. It's from Eyeko, the Black Magic Mascara, but I will link the L'Oreal mascara below in case you do want to get that. I haven't used this before. It's a nice chunky brush, amazing. How long my lashes look. I mean, normally I wouldn't wear false eyelashes, but for the sake of this video, I will be putting them on later, as he did put them on. I think in pictures, it really does help to make your eyes just pop when you've got lashes on. First of all, he uses a primer underneath moisturizer. And when someone questioned him, like, why didn't you use your primer after your moisturizer? He was like, why not? You're not meant to. So I think he just literally does what he wants to do. So I'm gonna do it in the same order that he did, and that is using a primer. So this primer was in the goodie bag, and Coola were really kind enough to take me to the masterclass. So I'm going to try this out. This is the Coola Daydream Mineral Primer. It's got SPF 30 in it, broad spectrum UVA and UVB. Warm it up in my hands. So soft. Yeah, Mario was saying that he's only just got into using primers. How mad is that? It wasn't really a thing when he was training in makeup. He just doesn't really use it. Buzzing to try this. Tatcha the Dewy Skin Cream. So this was inspired by Mario. He loves a really emollient cream before putting on face makeup. So the last thing that he puts on the skin before foundation is always this. Ultra hydrating and anti-aging replenishing Japanese purple rice moisturizer for dry skin. Smells nice. So it's like a lilac-y colour. Really nice texture. So let's pop that on. I've got a feeling, let me just check the notes. Yeah, you put this on with a sponge. So I'm gonna put it on. I don't know how much I need, but I'm gonna whack it on. It's nice and like tacky at the minute, so it's really gonna adhere to the foundation. Like, I can't say I've ever put on moisturiser with a beauty blender before, but this is what he done. And I guess it just helps to really press the product into the skin. Then he used a full coverage cream concealer, so I'm gonna go in again with my Fenty Beauty one. I did put a lot of concealer on, like a lot. So that is what we're gonna do. He kind of went in this shade. What I found really interesting is that he done this before foundation. Like, I always do my concealer after. That spot, I'm breaking out so much right now. Also, underneath the bottom lip to lift the lip. I mean, I didn't know this was a thing. I'll do it. So then we're just gonna press that in, and obviously where this is going, no foundation is going. Okay, now after he done this, baffled me, but he went back into the Laura Mercier translucent powder with a sponge. He set the concealer with the tiniest little bit of the powder. Now we're gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna take the Bobbi Brown foundation, Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation. A lot of the time, Mario used pigments that you get from a proper makeup artistry shop rather than branded products. That's what he prefers to do. He likes to mix the pigments. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I'm a real person and real people don't do that. So he likes to take a brush, first of all, favourite brush to apply foundation with, the Bobbi Brown full coverage. So again, warm the product up in your hand and place it where you need it. So because we've already got that concealer there, I don't need the foundation there. We've just brightened that area, so I'm not going to go back in with foundation. He didn't actually put a lot of product on the nose, which was interesting. He said that he likes to put less on the nose because that's kind of the telltale sign of where you've got your makeup, because it kind of sits on the nose. So if you can avoid putting too much on that area, then it looks just a little bit more flawless. So once he's then blended everything in with a brush, he then takes a sponge to really press it into the skin so it like kind of merges with your skin. Don't want it to be sitting on top, so he really, and he was like, really, you know, press it into the skin. He was moving the model's head and the model's head was like he also said make sure that you do not forget your ears when you're doing your foundation. Don't forget your neck. Then he went into the contour. I'm surprised that we didn't get any KKW Beauty in the goodie bag. Like, really surprised at that. Surely that would have made sense. So I'm not sure what is going on there, because I feel like that's kind of weird that she didn't supply any products or sponsor his masterclass. So I'm just going to use the Fenty Beauty one. What he done was made the model smile, went like this, and then kind of flicked around right at the apple of the cheek, like that. And then around here, a little bit side of the nose, and then a little bit here. I don't remember if you've done this with a brush or a sponge, but I personally prefer to blend out cream contour with a brush. This is a good cream contour. Blending that upwards so I don't get any like down here. With cream contour and, well, with any contour, he said that if you've got a really small forehead, then you don't want to be doing this area. I've got a big forehead, so I am just contouring all around this area. If you have a small forehead, just do it at the sides, because you don't need it at the top, because it's just gonna make the illusion of shortening it even more. And he said make sure that you blend your nose contour, like you don't want it to look like you've got strips down the side of your nose, so make sure you blend that. Then we're gonna set that all back into the trusty little translucent powder. I told you he goes back to it like so much. Really does set every single step. So taking that all over the skin. Right, now to set the under eye, he then used a brown shadow. So I'm gonna take Rustic, go underneath the lash line. Oh, this is a good shade. Just helps to like warm it up a bit. These are the lashes that were in the goodie bag, so I'm going to use these. The Lash Luxe Mink Style Salon System Nature Lash. These look really nice and quite fine and fluttery. These are number 5. And what he does with his lashes is he really bends them before he applies them. So he literally manipulates the lashes like this. He bends them in all different ways to really like get the lash super flexible so that it's gonna really fit to the lash line. He used to use duo glue, that's what I always use, but now he uses, it's called Lock-On Lash Glue, and he said it's like amazing. But he did say that this is his least favourite part of doing makeup, and I fully agree. Like, who enjoys putting on lashes? Has anyone ever been to the Makeup by Mario masterclass? Let me know in the comments below and let me know what you thought of it. I kinda expected a little bit more, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did think that maybe he'd do 2 looks in that time. It was maybe a bit much to be doing one makeup look for 4.5 hours. But I guess it was very, very like in depth, and yeah, he shared all of his secrets. The actual lash hairs are like really, really silky. While they like dry a little bit, I'm going to take this, which is my Bare Minerals Gen Nude blush. This is a shade called Peachy Keen. It's quite similar to the professional blush palette that he was using. He said that he always uses a matte blush now, like that's what he really likes to use, no shimmer. He didn't use a lot at all. He used just a tiny little bit just to bring some colour into the face, but he didn't want to overpower it because of, you know, the dramatic eye. He just wanted it a little bit more subtle. Then with the highlight, oh my god, I'm so excited to try this. Now, I think that Mario is in the process of bringing out his own makeup range. He definitely used his own lab sample for the highlight, so he wouldn't tell us what it was. He told us that it was a lab sample, but obviously he didn't say it was his. So I'm just going to use the glow kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills that was in the goodie bag. But yeah, watch this space because I think that Mario is going to be having a little makeup launch within the next year. He always has said that he wants to launch a makeup range when he's had 20 years of makeup experience, and he's on 19 now. So 2020, we're going to be definitely getting a Makeup by Mario makeup collection. So I'm going to take this one here. He said he likes champagne highlight, so this is the shade called Summer. Use it kind of where you need it, like where the light is naturally like hitting your face. So he was like moving the model's head and he was like, right, so we've got a little bit of light here, so I'm going to intensify that here with a bit of highlight, a little bit of highlight here because that's where the light is hitting. So just looking at the face, seeing where it's naturally hitting. So like here, here. So sometimes you don't want it all the way, you don't want like a stripe of highlight, you kind of want it where it's naturally hitting. And he said, you know, end of the nose shine is not suited for everyone. Maybe just a little bit there, a little bit there. Just take it where you really do need it. Oh my god, my eyelash has just gone into my hair. Oh god. Okay, let's put these on the eye because I feel like they're drying quick. Right, we'll go back to that. Close to the lash line as you possibly can. Just something if you are interested about what he does to Kim. He did say that he normally uses individual lashes on her rather than strip lashes now. I'm back into the Laura Mercier once again, so just making sure that we've not got shine here or around this area right here. That's not what we want the shine to be. We don't want to sweaty up a lip. Right, so now we're going to go into the eyebrows again. So just to make sure that they are how we want them to be. But he likes it when eyebrows stay up. He wants them to like kind of have that texture and just be a little bit more fluffy. So what he uses is a glue that they use for like prosthetics, is that the right word? You know, when they like literally glue bits of plastic to people's faces for a mask, that is what he uses to glue the eyebrows down. So I mean, I'm not sure that I would recommend that. I definitely wouldn't really want to put that on my face. So I am just going to use my trusty little Benefit 3D brow tones. It's a nice brush, gives a little bit of colour, and you can really get the kind of texture in the brows. using this product, so I'm really kind of giving them a nice fluffy texture. Now this, blooming love him for doing this. So he used 8 Hour Cream, and what he done was he put the tiniest little bit on the back of his hand. He then took his finger, pressed it into it, so you've just got a little bit of the excess of this product, and he put this on top of the highlight. Like, oh my god, why haven't I done this before? It gives you that nice dewy texture. Just really make that highlight pop. If you just use like a really tiny bit of it, it's not gonna move your makeup. It just gives you that nice natural dew. Okay, right now I'm gonna go into my lip liner. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat that was in the goodie bag, Iconic Nude. Is the colour around the lips just to give them a nice little bit of definition, slightly overdrawing to give me that nice full pout. He then used a light lip colour. He mixed pigments, as I said again, he used a lot of pigments, so it's not something you can go out and buy. But I'm gonna take this one, which is the Charlotte Tilbury in Penelope Pink, because it's quite a nice light nude, and it gives that 60s kind of Bardo look. He finished it with the MAC Fix Plus spray, but just because I haven't used this before and it was in the goodie bag, really excited to try it because I love Mario Badescu products. So this is the facial spray with aloe herbs and rose water. So I'm going to kind of drench my face in this. Am I done? I'm set. Oh, I nearly forgot. Let's put on a little bit more of the mascara just to kind of blend the lashes. He did say that he never puts mascara on the end of false lashes. He just likes to put it at the root to kind of conceal that. But when you put it on the end of the lashes, that's when it looks a little bit more fake. So yeah, just press it into the root. And then we're done. Beauties, I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I feel like it took me quite a while, but there was a lot of steps, there was a lot of information to give you. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of it in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already yet, please do. It would mean the world. And have a chat with me in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.